nothing. And that's what meditation is. So if you want to learn how to meditate, you really want to learn how to meditate? Do you want to? It's basic. It's easy. If you start with these few steps, it'll just get deeper and deeper. 1, keep the hands open. If you keep the hands open, it requires so much concentration to pull those fingertips back that's where the mind's connected, you see. The mind's connected to clinging and grasping. Look how the brain is connected to that hand. Have you really noticed? The brain cannot get a thing done, cannot try to get anything done without the hand. Come on, do it. You can't. This hand is so hardwired that if you start opening your hands like this, will you notice? The brain will just start to go, oh, no, I want to be in control. You go, no, I want to open up. No, I want to be in control. No, I want to open up. So when you open up, the brain has to eventually surrender, right? Once it surrenders, follow the breath. Keep one with the breath. Lift up on the chin. Breathe through your top of your head and your ears and your nose and your mouth, and just bring it as deep as you can. Hold it for as long as you can. Keep a straight spine. Smile. And then the exhale is long, slow, and through the nose, but vibrating the cranium. Aiming the sound right here at your third eye, your pineal gland. Vibrate that, and the show is not over. It's just going to begin. And that's how cool meditation is. Get high in your own supply. I'm Gravity Master Yogi TarZen, and I approve of this message. And what's going on in the body is just start to wake it up. Any way, shape possible, or form. I wanted to give you an inner experience of my cave, the one that I live in, it's a transcendental cave, it's a mantra cave, it's a sound vibrational frequency generator because it's so silent in here. It is really a womb, it's a tomb like a womb where I can feel my energies being purified. And the smoke helps to clear, the frankincense helps to open up the tissues. Because until we stop wearing clothes, we're not going to be open to the spiritual channels. It's not possible. Maybe it is for you, but you're being cheated. You're being cheated and you've been lied to from the get-go. If you think about it, people, what happened after we were born? They started sticking, every time we cried, they stuck some food in our face, they stuck a bottle, or some sweets. They don't want us to express ourselves. They don't want us to cry. They don't want us to open up the channels that cause actually rejuvenation. So did you know that by crying, your eyes swell up and the fluids flow? This is being in touch with your emotions. We've been cut down in our society. We've been told and trained not to feel, not to connect. But I'll tell you right now, it's the feeling body that we want to embrace, that we want to open up. Because that's where all the tactile, tangible tentacles of life are. Because we're so much bigger when we stop wearing clothes, everything starts to breathe. Our skin, our very hairs on our skin feel pressures, energies. And right now we're being poisoned by the gazillions. I mean, think about all the wireless that's going on and all the cell phones that we use. It's actually creating disease. It's actually creating. I never feel at peace when I'm there. In the city, I feel like I gotta do my job, do the work, get in and get out, like a mercenary. You go in, you get the job done, you get out. But for those who live there continually, you've been cheated. You've been duped down. And then they expect us to stay in these closets and watch televisions or computers and sleep in beds. It's like sleep all night long. I mean, the best time of the hours of our precious life is during the evening time. So when I say we've been cheated, even sleeping at night, a yogi, the best hours of his life is pulling in and integrating the prana, the energy. This is why if you really tune in, yoga can heal anything. There's nothing that yoga can't heal. When you really just find the inner teacher is actually your immune system, if you think about it. If you think about what is controlling everything, well, it's certain glands. Okay, you have the thymus and the thyroid glands. These glands, they actually have like little beings in them. You know, like they pick up energies, these cells. They pick up cells and they can find out who and what people are before you even meet them, or they open their mouth. So we've toned down and turned off these elements that really allow us to feel energy and to perceive energy. And then when you start eating all the crap that we're eating, it tones down the first brain, which is our stomach, our abdomen. This is the one that when you watch children, they breathe down here. And the breath is free. As we get older, we tighten down here, or it becomes too lax, one of the two, just gets to be too open. And we end up eating everything. And we turn off our higher intelligences, our heart. So I'm really advocating breatharianism, because when I'm in the city, even though I'm a non-eater, I feel the impulse to eat. So if you want to get off the wheel, you can't do it in the world. I mean, if you can, you're a very fortunate person. But I'm going to suggest you get out into the forest. You know, 98% of all the land on the planet isn't even being inhabited. So we should be able to, as human beings of the planet, be able to go anywhere we want, and if we take care of the land, we can live there. What has happened? These cheaters have stolen the land. They've called it BLM, or they've called it state-owned or government-owned, because they want to keep the real estate prices high. Otherwise, they would diminish. So we're being cheated again. We're living in expensive houses that we can't afford. I can't even afford a house, nor do I like living in them because they're so claustrophobic. The squareness, the chemicals that they use to build these things are toxic. And I'm talking to you as an authority and as a friend and pointing these things out. They're booby traps. They're booby traps just like this candle's a booby trap. Okay, wow, I'm getting some light from it, but big deal. It's petroleum. So I'm breathing petroleum products in my own home. How nice of a thing is that? This is how we overlook stuff, people. This is how we overlook by wearing shoes. We don't even realize that we're cutting ourselves off from the mother. It's like saying, okay, if your cell phone, you could receive calls, but you couldn't speak. Do you understand? Oh yeah, exactly. You're receiving energy, but you're not able to express it. That's what happens when you wear shoes. It's like cutting yourself off from the ears. The ears open up to the channels of the feet. The major point, the kidney point, is right in the center. So it's pulling energy in and releasing it. There's a valve there. But once that's blocked from wearing shoes and from eating crappy foods, I'm telling you, you will come down with some sort of disease in a matter of time. Okay? All our energies are being zapped. Zapped here, zapped there, a little here, a little there. By the end of the day, we're tired. Me, I'm never tired. I sleep, actually, I sleep mostly during the day. I actually find that just cat naps and really going the antithesis of the way the world is. I want to go in the opposite direction because everyone else is going to death. I want to go towards life. And how do we express life? It's like this little doggy. This little doggy sleeps when it wants, plays when it wants. It's really in the moment. And that's how we should really be. In the moment. You know? But we can't be in the moment because we're all bound by time. And what is time? Time is money, people. And they got us running around for it. I don't use money any longer. That is my no-joke commitment to myself and the pain that I felt from every time I use money, that I don't want to touch it anymore. There's enough garbage in my life already that I got it. I think I have everything. I think I got everything matched. Now I'm just getting rid of more and more. So until we start getting rid of everything, and that includes our ID, our credit cards, you're going to suffer. Whether it's paying for it or pay later. This is how we all went into debt, into credit. The credit doesn't exist. You think God's going to say, look, today I'm gonna give you an advance of 30 days on this. You don't have to pay me for 30 days. No, we got to pay at the exact moment we take or use or anything. Here. This is how we've been cheated again. The crimes of humanity are just relentless, lengthy. It's by me giving credit to somebody. No, it's called love. Oh, you need this? You can borrow it. You can have it. Just return it. Whatever. It's all about ownership. As long as you own something, you own the land, you own the problem. The land's free for everybody. I'm telling you right now. Till we go back to a society where everything is just, we're stewards here. We respect. Meaning, you can trust that I'm not going to go drill this mountain out for its ore because I'm going to live on it. That's trust. That's being a loving being. We become too needy and greedy. That's why everything is hoarding. And that's why we sometimes do need laws because of the people that, need to keep them in line. But really, the only alignment that we really need is God's people back. We need an exodus out of Egypt, out of Babylon, out of the crushing fingertips that are crushing humanity. We need to escape this problem. Okay? We need to stop. It's like we need to stop doing a lot of things. And one thing is to do that is just bring back one day. One day where nobody fucks off. We just all fucking get close to God. We just start to really make love to God. The word fuck is such an important word. It really entices action. It just means action. Let's go have a fucking good time. Or Jesus fucking Christ. Or go fuck yourself. It's a really wonderful explanatory word for doing. But we need one day where we don't fuck off anymore. And we just be good. We're not motherfuckers. See, I really feel that we're all motherfuckers. I mean, really, honestly, as long as we're taking advantage of the mother and not listening to her every moment, we're fucking or over. It's like, God giving us all the valuables on earth. And we're just like, nah, I'm okay. I'm going to slip on my shoes and I'm going to walk the earth as a visitor. I'm not a visitor, people. I live here. I don't pay rent and I don't want to pay rent. Who am I going to pay rent to? Who's going to take money from me? The land doesn't need it. Just a desperate landlord needs it. So if we get off the money trip, then we can actually become stewards here. We can actually become, oh wow, maybe you might have wanted to be a great person in your life. Or you might want to be successful. The only success in life is to conquer yourself, your own needs, your own desires, your own inner flame. Quiet down the flame. Find out what is really behind it. Because I was misled by my parents, and I'm sure you were. We were all given these bad cues, but they were cues. Kept us maybe out of jail. They kept us on the right road, and at the end of the day, our bills are paid because we're working. We went to school, but I don't advocate us to even spend 1 minute in a book or learning from somebody else, because we can find that inner work, inner teacher right inside ourselves. I mean, if I was to say that you can't do it on your own, go find a doctor. Well, great. Find a doctor. We all need a teacher. We all need a doctor. We all need a best friend. But who's going to lead you there? Who's going to be a master that takes you to the final emancipation? That shows you how to master yourself. This is what I feel I would like to look for in my life, to find in other people, to become myself, is a living master. A master that just knows everything and you don't need to add to anything or take away from it. Meaning that's just purely going back to zero, back to your true essence, back to the point when you knew everything. And that is by, how do you get there? Well, stop looking for it. Stop reading it. Stop finding it. Stop searching. It's just spend more time sitting so that we can actually feel. So I feel that feeling is the next wave and generation of where we're going, is to feel. And you can't be a feeling society as long as you're an eating society. And then somebody might say, well, what do you eat then? Well, we're really liquiditarians. We can eat anything. I mean, we can drink anything, can't we? I mean, people eat meat, and it's like, wow, it actually turns to a liquid. So everything becomes a liquid eventually in our body. So if we just become liquiditarians, or we become breatharians, or aeritarians, where we just live on purely the light and word of God, which I can do that very easily up here. There's no temptations. But when I'm down in the city, I feel like I need a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a community. So I feel like I want you to start a community where people are coming together and we're loving one another. We're cultivating a deep love and inner wisdom and awakening. And that's what I feel our times are going into right now.